I think Dr. Luis mentioned something that's very, very important, and he mentioned experience.
Okay.
And that's a really big factor. It's not the same someone that does 3 all-on-4s in 1 year as to someone that does 2 or 3 all-on-4s in 1 week.
But you know what's also great? Having your own lab.
Wow.
Having your own lab is great.
Boom. Yeah, if you look all the dentists in Norway, the best dentists, they are using those kind of techniques.
Same techniques.
The same techniques.
First of all, I think all of us want to congratulate you and Aida for this next big step. I think the clinic has evolved just in great steps. But now the lab, congratulations.
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 I am
Yeah.
very, very happy.
How come other implantologists around here don't do those type of techniques, or most of them want to say? What is so hard about these techniques? And then also, here's another one. Ready? Well, they're on top because they pay more for advertising. Okay.
No me digas eso. No.
Hello, welcome back to Supreme Dental Podcast Studio. You can be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My wife and I are the owners of Supreme Dental Clinic. Remember, this podcast was meant for you, our patients. And listen to us. We're on Spotify, and now, as of 2 days ago, we're on Apple Podcast. So now you can listen to us on Apple Podcast, on Spotify, see us on YouTube, see us on Instagram, see us on Facebook. Come see us at the clinic. We're all over the place. Today, we're going to talk about different type of techniques, how we've been seeing, developing, and getting ready for our patients to give them the best possible treatment. Today, we have Dr. Luis.
Hi, Frank.
Today, we have Dr. Alonso.
Hi, guys.
And we have Dr. Elias, a.k.a. Dr. Eli.
Hello, Frank. Hello, patients.
So let's start with this conversation, guys. We get a lot of phone calls from patients that obviously patients shop around, and that's perfectly fine with me. And when we talk about techniques, patients may think that every dentist knows dental techniques. But is that really true? Is every dentist knows the same techniques? What techniques sets Supreme aside from other clinics in our surroundings? Who wants to take that first one?
Well, depend. For example, when we have a good patient with bone structure in a perfect condition, we can do a easy surgery only for implants, for example. We don't need additional treatments.
You got your flags. I can't see your flags.
Aquí, mira.
Look at your arm.
¿Dónde?
Aquí.
Right there.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Show off the muscle. Show off the muscle.
Show the arm. You got to show the arm, baby. Come on, you got to sell.
But the problem is when the condition of the patient is the bone is destroyed, we need to recommend a different techniques, more complicated techniques, like pterygoid implants or transnasal implants or sinus lift or nasal floor lift. No, I don't know, different. But it's necessary to check the bone structure first to recommend these techniques. But it's now very easy for, I don't know.
An average dentist to do.
Yeah. It's necessary experience and training. Yeah.
Training.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're talking about someone that comes in, a case that comes in, and they're destroyed. They don't just have the typical bone structure. They have a lot less.
Yeah.
You got to look for other options.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Luis mentioned something that's very, very important, and he mentioned experience.
Okay.
And that's a really big factor. It's not the same someone that does 3 all-on-4s in 1 year as to someone that does 2 or 3 all-on-4s in 1 week.
Yeah,
The learning curve and the learning gap that we have here because of the patients that we have really help us out, prevent stuff, help us through complications, which complications happen in any part of society or any job.
Yeah.
And the experience that we get here, the experience that we get from everybody else as well, really helps us out in that learning curve. Just beat a lot of the competition that we have.
You talk about 2 to 3 all-on-4s a week. I seen you guys do sometimes 2 or 3 All on fours in a day.
In a day.
Yeah.
What time did you get out? 2 days ago. What time did you walk out?
I walked out at midnight.
Midnight. Are we running a club or what's going on? Is it like after 10 o'clock special or what exactly?
The night shift.
The night shift.
Yeah,
I like that.
we started at
I like
8
that.
8 a.m. and we left at 12.
We're not running a slave shop here, guys. It's just these guys like to
Skin color.
work for a long time, and they really want to help. What do you think?
Well, one of the things very important, like Dr. Laya said, is the experience. And yeah, for sure, doing this kind of procedure, all on 4, all on 6, every day, sometimes twice per day. Well, that's make better surgery for sure. So always we are trying to learn new techniques because patients come here. They are looking the best option for sure. And the responsibility for us is give you the best and predictable treatment plan for long term. So, and that's the reason always we are learning. We travel worldwide to find the best techniques. And because, like I say, sometimes the bone, the quality is not really good. So we have to design a better treatments. We have to make different techniques. And that's the reason we are learning always, right? We are learning, we are trying always. We are doing a better techniques all the time.
So, George, I want to go ahead and put right here. We have an x-ray of what the patient came in with and then what the patient left with. So if I'm understanding right, these techniques, when a patient comes in and has really bad complications, means they don't have enough bone structure. A lot of places want to do a lot of bone regenerations. A lot of places you go in, they're like, well, you need to add this or you're not able to do that. These new techniques give our patients a chance to be able to have something permanent again.
Correct.
And these techniques, where do you guys learn these techniques? Where have you guys learned these techniques? Where have you guys, what has been the difference? Why don't everybody, how come other implantologists around here don't do those type of techniques, or most of them want to say? What is so hard about these techniques if they're all dentists?
I think talent also plays a big factor. Honestly, you have to be talented in whatever you do. There's talent, hard work, and the experience that you have.
Yeah.
So, and also that here with us, as we mentioned before, we really help each other out. And that I mean, our learning curve, as I said over and over, just gets faster and faster because we're helping everybody out. And there's everything's transparent here. All our X-rays, we see each other's CT scans.
But here the learning curve is very short because we have a lot of work here, a lot of patients. That way you can start with a new technique after maybe 2-3 months. For example, with another dentist, is more complicated because the patient, this dentist has less patients.
So what you guys see in a week, they might see in a month or in a month and a half.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a month here, they might see in 4 months or 5 months where they're working at.
Yeah.
Now, and it's not just that, guys, because I know about clinics that do have work, but they're stuck in the same ways. They feel they don't need to learn. We've seen X-rays. All of us have seen X-rays of the small implants that they put. And they put 4 implants straight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about just because someone is an implantologist does not mean they can do all on 4.
Yes.
Anybody can do, any implantologist or even people that are not implantologists sometimes can do implants. But that doesn't mean that it's the type of implants that are going to be utilized for an all-on-4. The direction, the angle, how the way you angle, everything has a reasoning behind it. Our X-rays, and I'll put an X-ray right here, George. You guys are more than welcome to go anywhere, look up the top dental implantologists in the world, and compare our X-rays. The only thing you won't see that we have here so far are zygomatics. Besides that, every other implant that you see here, you're going to see, compare paper to paper, and you're going to see, okay, well, yeah, it looks pretty similar. And this doctor is in another part of the world, or they're top dentist in the world, because our techniques are top, and so are our doctors. And now compare the other clinic that you guys are looking at. And if you guys have Instagram, go on Instagram, because when you call somewhere, they can tell you whatever you want to hear. They're going to tell you. And if you believe that, that's on you. But if you go on Instagram, check their work. Like I said, go on our Instagram, go on their Instagram, check their work, and then Google top dentists in the world, implantologists in the world, and then go on their Instagram and check their work. You know, the proof is in the pudding. That's what Ernesto says all the time. So take a look at it. And then you're going to see, well, this one looks very similar. I mean, not all the cases are the same.
Yeah.
But the techniques, you're going to be able to see, hey, this is pretty similar. And then you're going to see the other ones that have nothing to do with it. Now, the ones that have nothing to do with it, if they're posting that up on Instagram, what are they not posting?
Yeah.
That is a reality.
Because they're proud of that. You know, they're proud of that. And you're paying the same money, maybe $1,000 less. If it's like $5,000-$6,000 less, and there's another red flag. There's a lot of other questions you got to ask. You know, are they clones? Is this an implantologist? If they are ADA, where's their ADA numbers? Very important. If a clinic says that their dentists are ADA, well, on your webpage, show the ADA. It's not a Social Security. You got nothing to hide. You know, all of our doctors here are ADA, and for a reason.
Yeah,
you know,
and continuous education.
And continuing education. That's very important. So techniques is the difference of somebody coming in and walking out and saying, I walked out with snapping dentures. Or maybe you walked out with an all-on-4 and you think that the all-on-4, they did a good job, and then the all-on-4 starts falling apart. And then they blame you. Did you smoke? Did you drink? Did you eat some chips? You're like, what does that have to do with it? Well, they're just trying to find blame. That's what it is. But if you look at your x-rays of before and after, that each and every one of you should have x-rays of after if you guys request them.
Yeah.
Take a look at them. Take a look at them. Like I said, we wish for each and every patient that watches this podcast, that recommends someone else to watch this podcast, and we wish all of them to come to Supreme. But if you guys don't, this podcast was really meant for you guys, so you guys could see wherever you guys want to go, see if they're actually what you're looking for. Because medical should not be like that. This is not like shopping for a car. Let me tell you guys a little bit. I told you guys a little bit about this before we enter this. Like the second before we enter the podcast. And right now we should have that reaction if you want to put that again. We're like, no. But anyways.
It's there.
So for example, we use the PIC Dental. Okay? The PIC Dental. We had Adrian Hernandez, the owner, founder, creator, inventor, come down, train us, right? You guys know that it's not something that's hard, but it's not something that's easy. There's a lot of things to it, including the lab and all that good stuff. But
the CT scan machine.
The CT scan machine, but it's we're talking about the pick and sew. So we on our webpage and on our Instagram, we have a lot of videos with the PIC Dental. You're gonna keep on seeing those, but there are those clinics, and I found out they advertise the PIC Dental. They advertise the PIC system. We have the PIC system. One of our patients called us and said, well, this other clinic has the PIC system. And we know about one other clinic that has it here. And that's great. You know, we love when other people also grow. We got the latest version. They got the other version, but it doesn't matter. They both do the same thing, smaller flags, but they're great regardless. But this other clinic doesn't show it on their web pages. So our patient called us and said, well, they also have the PIC system. And I never heard about this clinic having the PIC system before. Actually, they never advertised the PIC system till we started making noise on the PIC system, right? So I'm just like, huh. And I said, well, it was with one of our agents. It was with Ernesto. And Ernesto calls me. He's like, hey, man, this place is saying that they have the PIC system. I said, well, good for them. And they mentioned the clinic. And I was like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
They're not the ones that like to invest. So I'm like, why don't you tell the patient to ask this? Like, ask this, right? So the patient called back and said, hey, is there a way you can send me pictures of the PIC Dental that you guys have? Is it something you guys have in-house? Is it something that you guys could use? Like, a video? You guys have any videos? because you guys have nothing on social media. Because my wife is you know, all about it, and I wanna take a look if how this works. And the answer was, well, we don't have the PIC system. We have the PIC software. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? I have the PIC software, but I don't have the PIC system. Yeah. So without the PIC system, how do you have the software, but what are you gonna take it with?
Yeah.
Like, it's like me calling.
What do they have?
Hello, yes. Do you have a Lamborghini? Yes, we have the Lamborghini. Oh, you have a Lamborghini in stock? Okay, I'm going over there. Then I roll up, and they roll up on a Toyota Corolla, and I'm like, where's my Lamborghini? No, it has Lamborghini software. No, it's a dang Toyota Corolla. Like, why? Nothing against Toyota Corolla. I don't want to get sued. But how do you guys do this? Like, this is shameful, man. Shame on you guys, man. You can't. It's like trying to get patients and just misguiding them, and their patients don't know what to ask. And I said, go ahead and ask this, and they asked that, and then they came back to us. They said it was software, and then Ernesto sent them the video. Well, does this look software to you? And they're like, we're booking with you guys. Because if they're telling you that, and I said it before, what are they not telling you? What are they not telling you? And I sent a message to Adrian Hernandez, but he's probably asleep. I tell him, damn, bro, you sell PIC software? Because you sold me a PIC system. You know, like, I don't get it. But that shot, I mean, obviously you guys didn't know about this. But there is, just to let you guys know, there's people out there that, I know this comes as a surprise to you guys, but there's clinics out there that lie. And
the lie is the problem.
They're going to tell you anything you want to hear.
One lie, 2 lies, 3, 4, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And they keep on, and they like to lie, and they like to get you in the door and be like, oh, well, perhaps you're not a candidate for the PIC dental.
Yeah.
What just happened? Like, how am I not a candidate? Oh, your bone's so messed up. So let me sell you bone regeneration. But what about transnasal floor lifts? Nope, not in your case. What about pterygoids? You're not a candidate. And obviously the patient doesn't know.
Sure.
So they're just like,
Sure.
oh my God, that Frank is a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Or the other thing that I've heard is that, those techniques are very dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Very invasive.
They're invasive, yeah.
Yeah.
They're dangerous and invasive in the wrong hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, perhaps they are in the wrong hands.
That's the point.
Yeah, in the wrong hands they probably are, but in the right. I mean, you guys go to training, and you guys are the ones that go to trainings. I don't go to the trainings. A lot of times I'm able to open up the door so you guys can go to the trainings. And I would be so pissed off if I'm out there at the training, if I had to fly across the world to be there, spend time, spend money, jet lag, learn. It's a great experience. But then someone comes here and says, oh, a dentist that has not done any of those things and now tells you, oh, no, they're it's too invasive.
No.
Like, why don't you just hop your booty on that plane and go over there and go ahead and get those trainings for your patients also, if you say you guys are the best also?
Yeah, if you look all the dentists in Norway, the best dentists, they are using those kind of techniques.
Same techniques.
The same techniques.
But you said the what? The what? I'm sorry?
The best dentist in the world.
You are looking.
But you said the best dentist?
The best dentist.
The best.
Is the reference.
The best.
Dentist.
Yeah.
Not the mediocre dentist.
No, yeah. The top dentist.
The best dentist.
That's our reference. We look, like you say, we look pictures before and after of those patients when the dentists make this kind of prototype, this kind of procedures. They looks amazing. And we say, you know what, we want to be there. We want to make the same thing. And that's the reason we are.
And let me clear this out. There's dentists that don't do this, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like there's implantologists that don't do these techniques, and there's nothing wrong with it, unless it's try to do all on fours, and then you try to talk about the techniques like they don't work because you can't do them. Like there's dentists that are barely starting. There's dentists that need to get that learning curve. There's dentists. I mean, there's great dentists that are barely growing. But if you're gonna go get an all on four, which is something that Elias has said before, we make it look simple. because they do it so much. You guys already, it's like someone that loves to cook. You know, you're already thinking about the ingredients, what you're gonna use, or what you're gonna do with something different. You guys when you guys look at the CAT scan, you guys say, "Well, I'm gonna do this, and that." But you know what? Have these 2 or 3 other implants here, so if something goes differently, I'm ready. It's not about the problems that come out It's about the solutions you guys have, because this is medical. This is a medical business. It's a business, but it's medical, and it should be treated as such. You know, it's not. I really dislike people that are not transparent, and then they go and they advertise. This is on their webpage, guys, but it does not say software. It says PIC dental system. So it's completely it's. I don't know what it's called. It's not misguided, but it's
misleading. No?
Misleading. It's misleading. It doesn't make sense. If it was an opinion, like we're the best dental clinic in Algodones, or best dental clinic, that's their opinion. You know? Yeah. And then also, here's another one. Ready? Well, they're on top because they pay more for advertising. Okay. If paying more for advertising can get you 8 international accreditations, if advertising can get you these techniques that they're talking about, if advertising can get you 16 years running clinic, then I want to pay for more advertising, because advertising does not get you any of those things. Advertising gets more patients in through that door. That's what advertising does. But what I put in my advertising have nothing to do how much I'm paying for the advertising. So you guys being top in the game, we having 8 international accreditations, us having been for over 16 years, been on the New York Times without paying a dime, HuffPost New York without paying a penny. We have not paid anybody to be in a report. They ask us if we want to be on those reports. We are not paying for any of that. So it just blows my mind how they try to misguide, and it just blows my mind how they normally works on patients that really, they just looking for help. You know, they're looking for help, and it's just like, oh, well, let me throw you this jab over here. Mm. But if we would ever go one-on-one in the ring, it's like you're putting like a 12-year-old little boy against Tyson. They'd get destroyed. They would get destroyed. It's shameful. It's shameful. But I think I went a little bit off the subject a little bit. I was about to bite this mic. but yeah, it's guys, you know, do your homework. These guys right here, they're not just your dentist that hops on a BMW and drives back home. Maybe that's Luis, but it's because he worked really long hours, and it's because they're learning, and it's because they're always re-upping themselves, and because they're compete with each other is crazy. The competition level that they have against each other is not like, oh, don't look at my work because you're gonna copy. No, it's the competition of, oh, look, I just did this, oh, look, I just did that, and then everybody. I posted pictures, and I'll post a picture right here when Luis put 2 pterygoids. Yeah. And I'll post this picture right here. And all of them are there. Like, this guy ran from somewhere else. This guy was eating lunch, and he came from the kitchen, and we all took a picture right there. And it's because they like what they're doing. It's because you guys like, and you guys are happy that he's doing it.
Yeah.
And what did Dr. Alonso said? He's like, I'm next.
Yeah.
I'm next. So
who is the next? Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta make sure that this keeps on going.
It's a team.
And it's a team thing. It's a team thing. But you know, you guys obviously, before we leave, having the PIC dental and having these techniques are great. But you know what's also great? Having your own lab. Wow. Having your own lab is great.
Boom.
and being able to do your own lab, being able to do your own hybrids, being able to know what material you have, being able to have the designer. The designer, you sent out the designer 2 weeks to Puebla, 1 week to Curitiba. You flew somebody from Colombia that is world renowned to come train them at the clinic.
The machines.
The machines top in their category. You know, you have anywhere from Armin Girvach to Siga, which is, you're talking about the best in Austria, the best in different parts of the world. And that's us. That's us. So that's what's next here at Supreme, is when you call somewhere and they tell you, oh yeah, we work with the great lab. We're going to keep on working with great labs. But what better to have your own lab? So a lot is lost when you have to go to the lab, or the lab 3 hours later sends you something wrong. But if you walk 100 feet and the designer's there, the communication's there. Yeah. Adriana Hernandez said that's the key. Communication.
Mm-hmm. We have more control.
We control the controllables.
Yeah.
Priorities.
So coming soon.
Yeah.
Supreme Lab in the makings. Who are we gonna, because a lot of labs, they work with everybody. Who are we gonna work with? Only Supreme. Supreme, and that's it. So we're gonna offer top quality just for us. And there's gonna be videos coming out about this. It's gonna look crazy. My wife's designing it. I think there's a PS5 in there. So if the designer gets tired or bored while the machines are doing a lot of the work, it's gonna be fun. It's the next step. It's what's needed. And it's for our patients, because we hate our patients waiting a little bit longer. We hate how you guys get something back and it's not what you guys asked for. Mm-hmm. And the patient knows, because the patient has seen you guys working hard and they're just like, this lab. And the thing is, everybody's human, but we could prevent those errors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
First of all, I think all of us want to congratulate you and Aida for this next big step. I think the clinic has evolved just in great steps. But now the lab, congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, I am very, very happy.
I didn't want to
very
do it.
happy.
Really good news.
It's wonderful news. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to do it. And I told you guys, I'm not going to do it.
Better things is coming.
Better things are coming. And we keep on working hard.
Yeah.
And working hard, and you work hard. And this is the fruits of the hard work.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't want to do it. I blacked out, and then I woke up and I had signed a contract, and I don't know what happened. So, but I'm very excited about it.
I am very excited.
I'm very excited about it now.
You should be very excited.
Yes, you should.
It's going to be a learning curve, but all you guys are going to be involved. Like we picked one of our designers. The designer that we have is someone that's in-house, that's worked with us for many years, and we're going to make him a top designer. Our first designer, and only for Supreme Dental. And if we got to send him to Spain, we will. And if I got to send him to New York, I will. Because just like you guys get trainings different where, and you guys get different techniques, why shouldn't our designer?
Yeah.
You guys do the work. He designs the work. Perfect. Supreme smile.
Yeah. We have to remember always, this is a team with the lab. I mean, the clinic and the lab is 50, a team 50. Completely. It's 50-50. And always, all the day, we are working together. So, like you say, this is the key for the success of the treatments.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Alrighty. Anything else you guys want to say before we leave? No?
We're excited.
You guys speechless?
We are excited.
It's a surprise, but it's not surprise because
now it's not more
because
anymore.
You knew about it.
Yeah.
But it's the clinic and the patients demanded that.
Yeah.
We know that you didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it.
Not because you couldn't do it.
I just didn't want to do it.
You didn't want this responsibility, but even still, you found out that we had to take the responsibility with something that wasn't our lab. Mm. So that's when probably that.
No, and these machines have like AI technology, and like getting top of the top machines in the world is gonna really
very expensive. Oh my God. Very expensive.
That's why we're pulling loans on each and every one of these guys. And I haven't talked to them yet, but now you guys know before them. But this has been Supreme Dental Podcast Studio, powered by Supreme Dental. Supreme Labs coming soon. Eternal Beauty by Supreme is coming soon.
Big projects.
Keep on smiling.